So, my eyes are red, I think. I am kind of trying to vlog um my experience with taking ADHD medication. I'm 35. I was just diagnosed a few months ago at 35. I've been dealing, of course, with undiagnosed ADHD for decades, and I believe it has stagnated me in countless ways. But with God having his hand on me and still guiding me, I've been okay. Like, I still recently got a really great job that's really in the field I want to be in, and it's nothing but God that got me that job. And if I was left to my own devices, I definitely just have continued on my serial job list, because I was in so many different jobs that just kept leaving, all different types. I mean, I think they all added to my experience with people and learning people, and were very valuable, because that's just how God works. But I have done, you name it, I've probably been that type of job. I was in a lot of jobs, but God led me to the right one. But I have, I feel, been so stagnated in so many things that I believe God has put in me. So it has for me, because of, I just called it like massive procrastination, but really it was anxiety and ADHD. Like high anxiety. And I always knew I was like affected by fear, by the spirit of fear. Believe that we are all affected by the spiritual world, and believe in deliverance, all that good stuff. But there's so many levels to it, because it is in this world around us that we can't see, and it's so complex in so many ways. Um, so I was able to identify that I was heavily affected by the spirit of fear. Heavily. I mean, maybe this year I've been able to sleep unbothered in a room without a light. And that's stretching it, because I still be turning the light on downstairs. But like, I've been heavily affected by fear. So it's really been anxiety, and it's been debilitating. And it's been ADHD. Like, it's so many. My thoughts go a million miles, and literally, this is like my third day taking the medication, and it's just a different world. I'm so upset that I'm just experiencing this now. This could have made me so much more successful in my career journey. I might have already been where I want to be, but I feel like I still can be there. Like, I'm not giving up on that. I just have the tools now to really reach it successfully. But I could have been. Cause it's even this just one trial of medication. It's different. It's otherworldly. I can organize my thoughts. I can get things done on a level that I could never do. It's otherworldly. But as this is the third day, I haven't taken it for the third day yet. So I take it successfully for the first 2 days. But also on this crazy schedule of Ubering all night, every night, because I'm trying to make a lot of money. And right now, my main job, I left for a month just to clear my head. So I'm like, well, in this time, I need to make money. So I've been Ubering. So it's kind of been no change in my work schedule. So that's the thing. But you want medicine with that, I feel so much, my thoughts are so much more organized. It's just really refreshing. But as it's being the third day I'm about to take my medicine, I am working through these side effects and the coming down. I realized I have to take it with food. I'm taking Adderall, 10 milligrams in the morning, 10 milligrams in the evening. And so, with time management for ADHD person, it's not really working without the medicine. So I don't really take the first dose till around noon. And that's what time it is now. And that's how I've been last 2 days. And then I took my second dose like around 8. Okay. I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be like in the morning and then a little afternoon to like keep the effects going. But I'm gonna figure it out. But this is like my come down from taking it last night. And insomnia is the first time I'm really experiencing insomnia. Like, I drove all night. I didn't get home till like 6 a.m. And I laid down because I was tired, but I was not able to go to sleep. Now, I felt very rested. Very rested. So like I feel like I can get up and do things, but I am so fearful of like if I when I really crash, and I'm fearful of taking the medicine again, and I haven't been to sleep. I feel like it's going to end negligibly, and I'm gonna vlog it for you guys. But I'm down for these negative effects of just insomnia and maybe having like a day where I need to crash and sleep all day because I haven't slept is the only side effects. I'm down for that with the level of clarity I have on this medication. It's otherworldly. Literally, in the last 2 days, I've been able to do at least 10 things that I've been trying to do for months. And now I'm about to tackle something I've been trying to do for years, which is my room. But I'm going to do it on medication. I really feel like my mind's just going to be focused. Well, actually, not today. Because today I have something to do. This is still a weekend, Sunday. I'm going to officially start on my room and start taking the pills in the morning like I'm supposed to tomorrow. So I'm going to vlog it. And, I look exhausted, but I feel great. But I definitely will log how I feel when it all comes crashing down, even as I'm like fighting to stay awake. I want to be honest about how this is affecting me. And I just want to note that I've actually experienced this. Like, what happened was I laid down when I got home at 6 a.m. I felt very rested, very comfortable. And my eyes were closed. And it felt like I was sleeping, but I knew I was awake. And I know I was awake because our little friend, I stay with my parents, and they're in the church, so they have young people that they're over, and sometimes they come and spend the night over the house. My brother also lives here, and so it's just a full family house. We don't have any little ones here, so often my parents would invite little ones here. And so I know I was awake because one of the guys who was here, young guys who are here, he came down and he was like, "Is there cereal?" And I'm always on the couch, feeling asleep, knowing I'm not. And I'm like, "Oh, just go in the cabinet and get the bowl and get the spoon." Like, I heard everything around me. I knew what was going on. I was definitely not asleep, but I felt like I was sleeping. And it felt restful. But what I was going to know is that I've done that before I started taking this medicine before. I think that's kind of a superpower, like a hidden superpower of people with ADHD, because I've done that. I remember I've done that recently before the medication. I remember doing it years ago in college. Like, I would be able to, like, closed my eyes for an hour. No, I wasn't asleep, but getting full rest in that. And like, so I remember doing this like multiple times for tests. I would just close my eyes for an hour and be fully regenerated. Like I slept 8 hours and able to like study for 5 hours before a test. I did that so many times in college. It was crazy. How can I just, and I've done it recently, like just I was so tired, I just closed my eyes, even though I knew I wasn't asleep. And in that moment of closing my eyes for like however long, it's usually a short time, like 40 minutes, an hour, I literally feel like I've just gotten 6 to 8 hours of sleep. Right? That's crazy. And I've never told anybody that because of how crazy it sounds. But it's true. And in those times when I've done it on my own, like without medication, just something I was able to do, I can never remember a backlash from that where like it was a few days later where I slept all day because of that specifically. So it's like adequately I'm able to sleep short bursts of time or just rest short bursts of time and get like hours and then my body make it equal hours of sleep. That's insane. So I'm hoping that that's the same thing that just happened from the medication. I know what I just experienced this morning was a side effect of the medication, the insomnia. But I hope I don't have a crash where I have to sleep for like 24 hours to get back to normal. So I'm going to take the medicine again, be clear headed, and do the things I need to do. So this is my first vlog, official vlog. 35-year-old, and it's often now because a lot of people just don't get to therapy. I see so many vlogs of people who are talking about their medication experience after being diagnosed, in their 30s or 40s or later. So I'm just glad it wasn't later. I wish it was sooner, but I'm glad it wasn't later. And I'm definitely, at least for now, at least on day 2/3, about to be day 3 today, it's definitely benefiting me. It's really a beautiful thing. So I guess this will be my first official YouTube video, maybe. I've been trying to start a YouTube career for so long. It's so many things I want to talk about. And then I've made like so many impromptu videos where I'm like, oh, well, this is what I'm going to talk about first. This is like a hair video about that. A video, oddly enough, about Blueface and Christian Rock. I am in love with Christian, by the way. Just so many random things, but I have really good points on them, and I want to make a YouTube career, but I gotta build a following. I gotta do all the things. But I can make this my first video because I'm gonna always talk about things that are important to me. God is number one, but definitely what is a thing, and I think this is why God gave this to me, because I believe God has given me a gift of wisdom for sure. One that I ask for more of every day. And I have different perspectives that I really feel like I'm supposed to bring light to many people, about different situations, about Christianity, about theology, about every single thing. And so I think I have a very unique perspective, but I also think that God gave me this, and it's so beautiful. The way my mind works is so beautiful, but it's like, I don't know how to call it, like a double-edged sword. Like, it's beautiful to have. I love how my mind works, but like I said, it has been so stagnating at times because it's so overloaded, and I get so stagnated from it, and medicine is helping me. So I feel like God gave this to me, and medicine was supposed to help me, like to help to humble me, like real talk. I hope you heard that. I think I keep covering I keep covering the speaker. But yeah, I think it's there to humble me, that God is real and He's a healer and He can fix any ailment. But He also is the creator of the universe and everything in the world, and everything that needed wisdom, everything that exists is becoming as of Him. Even if it was by a person who's an atheist, it doesn't matter. All wisdom, all knowledge, all tech and advancement, all science discoveries has come from the wisdom that God has blessed us with. It's come from God. Everything is from God. Every technological advance, every scientific advance, every medical procedure, everything has come from God. Everything. Everything. It all came from Him. It don't matter who it came through. It came from God because God made us. He's the only reason we're able to make these complex discoveries because He gave us life and everything that came with it, the wisdom. So, that being said, every medication, right, that's not a money grab, that's really worked on and really tried and really has intentions of helping people and actually does, came from God. And so God is a full healer, but that includes all His medical advances that He sent through very wise people to help people. So of course the doctor is not the final word. Of course not. God's the final word. And there is a whole bunch of situations where people have been healed completely, right? And they don't need medicine anymore. But sometimes you need the medicine, and it's okay because it's the advance that came from God. It came from the wisdom of God. And so I think I really needed medicine to like kick off everything that God has given me, because I just had to know I could not do it on my own. No matter how much wisdom I have, how much I could probably help any other person with their life and any of their struggles, I could not help myself get to the things I want to do. And I needed medicine to do it, to just humble me, like, and to also give me that experience. So I can't ever disregard somebody else's experience and be like, well, you're just not doing it because you don't want to. It's so much deeper than that. It can be so much deeper and complex and like difficult and painful. And it's something that no one can see. So it's just, I'm just glad I have medicine. I'm glad I actually stopped being in my pride, and that is helping. And I think once I really get the ball rolling with everything that I haven't done because I've been medicine, I haven't had the medicine, and just everything God put in me comes out, and I'm glorifying Him, and it just gets big. People, I think that would be more of a testament, more of a testimony. Like, sometimes you might need medicine and you need therapy with God. Like, God plus therapy plus medicine is sometimes needed fully. And maybe you'll get out the medicine. Maybe it's always going to be your thorn. Maybe you're always needed. And it's still God. And I think that's beautiful. But I would definitely be vlogging my experience with this medicine and how it affects me and the crashes I have. And this will be a part of what I do on the show, on my YouTube video. Okay. Peace out. I don't think that's going to be my sign off. I got to come up with something better and more creative. It probably going to be different every time. But today, it's just peace out.